Hey everybody, it's Sonia. I wanted to just kind of get this going about 30 seconds early so that those of you who are planning to join me today, you have an opportunity to find the live feed and settle in. Maybe have a cup of coffee for our Rise and Receive. I've got my lemon water. So I want to welcome all of you. Just taking a little minute to settle in as people arrive. Hey Sherry, welcome. I see Trisha. Kind of feel like, this might date me, but romper room. Hello out there. Well, it's great to see you. Everyone got their tea, their coffee? Okay, so now that we are live, good morning. I want to welcome all of you who are here joining me live, those of you who will be checking in later, to our first ever Rise and Receive, your 10 morning send-off to start off your day ready to receive what you most want by unlearning struggle. So I've had all kinds of little angels and clients and friends and people, sending me encouragement in different ways because I've been doing a lot of Instagram posts around receiving, which is my passion and has really come to me in the last few years. And so one of my taglines, my banners that really kind of drives home what this is all about is this: you cannot receive what you most want if you don't know how to receive. So I'm all about unlearning struggle, because as you learn how to, or unlearn struggle, unlearn how you struggle, then receiving your fulfillment, your joy, the kindness of life is the most natural thing in the world. So what has evolved is this morning send-off. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be featuring something very special that I'm really excited about. So this is what it is. I have created a deck around unlearning struggle so you can learn how to receive. And each morning I'm going to pull one card and highlight a receiving principle and then send everyone off with one of my all-time favorite things to do that I've been doing for probably almost 3 decades. And those in my orbit know me for this. I am the queen of willingness mantras. And willingness mantras is one of the most powerful types of affirmations that you can utter for many reasons. And as we go through our morning send-offs, you'll learn more about that. But basically, each morning we'll have one card that I pull. I'll go over receiving principles so you can start to unlearn struggle and learn more about receiving. And then I'm going to send you off with your willingness mantra for the day. And if you take this on for the day, it's really going to have an amazing impact on your life. For the short term, for each day, you're going to have something that will focus your awareness towards the energy, the consciousness of receiving. And for the long term, you're going to be training your awareness, because what receiving is about, ultimately, it is the feminine model of manifestation and power, which is so much easier than the masculine model of power, especially when we're over relying on it. Okay, so that's what the purpose of these morning send-offs are. That's what you can expect. My one request, or my 2 requests, is if you want to make this a regular part of your life and you can't make it to the send-offs, just come back and check on my Facebook feed or go to my YouTube channel and I'll post all the links so you can subscribe, because that way you really can make this a regular part of your life. Okay, so that's the first thing. And the second thing is, please post your questions, your comments. I will be checking every day. I will be responding afterwards as I can. And if you have more questions, I'm happy to feed them in or weave them into these morning send-offs, because I'm here to serve. All right, so let me just tell you a little bit about this deck that is in development. My intention is, and let me actually just say something about intention. Masculine model of manifestation is about intention, and the feminine model of manifestation is about invitation. So we're going to be practicing inviting more or better into our lives through highlighting the willingness mantra. That's what we're going to be doing. So this particular deck, which is in development, colors and things like that, there's basically 4 suits. So whenever I pull a card, I'm going to be pulling one card out of one of these 4 suits. I want to go over what these 4 suits are just to give you a little bit of an overview. One suit is receiving your wants. So I'll be talking about in those cards, what are the things that we want? Money, health, well-being, abundance, beauty, peace, freedom, joy, fulfillment. So these are our wants. These are our heart's desires. So that's one suit. Another suit is receive with ease. And so ease is where the receiving principles that I'll be highlighting is how to receive, very nuts and bolts. So you'll really get to learn more about how to receive and a lot about the misconceptions that we have about what receiving actually is. Okay. The third suit is receive soothing. And so one of the things that I teach is that we, in order to be great receivers, we have to learn how to receive not only what we want, but what we don't want. And one of the ways we do that is we learn how to soothe ourselves when don't wants come into our lives. And you'll see as I talk about today's card a little bit more about how this is so and why this is important. And finally, receive nurturing. So nurturing is about understanding that as we receive our needs, the needs that are unmet, the needs that are calling to us, the needs that when they are unmet block the flow, as we learn how to receive nurturing, we keep opening the flow of receiving in our lives. Okay, so those are the 4 suits. Receive your wants, receive with ease, receive soothing, receive nurturing. And then within each one of those suits, 14, 16, 18 cards. As I said, it's in development. Okay, so with that, without further ado, today's card is it's backwards. Maybe it isn't. Be unselective. Okay, so be unselective is from the receive with ease suit. And let me just read it to you, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. One of the reasons we struggle to receive what we most want is that we are selective about what we receive. We accept what we want and reject what we don't want. This causes us to receive in fits and starts, and we struggle as we seek to fight against, defend, or conquer our don't wants. Our resistance clogs the flow of life's abundance. As you learn to receive your don't wants with safety, you open yourself to receive the kindness of life in expected and unexpected ways. So you'll be able to go back to Facebook and rewatch that if you want, and I'm going to talk more about it, but here's your willingness mantra for the day. Write it down, okay? And I invite you to really play with it. Eat it, breathe it, sleep it. Whenever you can think about this, say it, think it, sing it in the car, all right? This is your willingness mantra, which is the energy of invitation, which is the ease and grace of receiving it. It really invites more or better than you could ever expect. So, I am willing to be pleasantly surprised. I invite you to go through your day just being willing to be pleasantly surprised. Like I said, eat it, breathe it, sleep it. I have given this to clients for decades, and it's so fun because anyone who takes it on always reports back these amazing little and sometimes big things that they received in their lives just because they were willing to be pleasantly surprised. And this is so powerful, especially in this day and age where everything that we're being bombarded with in the news, in our lives, in this time of uncertainty, can pull our consciousness down into negative expectations and fear and all sorts of limiting perceptions. Just pulling ourselves out of it with the willingness to be pleasantly surprised. It is so powerful, especially because it's such an immediate release of resistance. Okay, so let me talk a little bit more about this whole idea about being unselective. What most of us do with receiving is that we receive what we want and we reject what we don't want. Okay, so what happens is the flow of life, the kindness of life comes in and then stops, and then comes in and then stops. Okay. As we practice being unselective, all right, then we just keep saying yes to everything. Yes to everything, receive, receive, receive. And the space that we are keeps staying open because everything is coming through. But there's one main reason that we are selective and we push against the don't wants. And that is we think that the don't wants will hurt us. We feel threatened by the don't wants. We don't know how to relate to the don't wants. We've learned to battle, defend against, and protect ourselves from the don't wants. So the space that is you can kind of think of yourself as a bowl, okay? We need to have a space in order to receive. A bowl that is empty receives. If we are empty, if we allow a space, we just keep receiving what life gives us. But when that space is filled up, and what we do is we fill it up by battling the things we don't want, that space now is filled up and nothing else can flow into our lives. All right. So as we move through these cards and you learn how to relate to the don't wants, which is through receiving soothing and receiving nurturing, a whole new way of relating to the don't wants so they can move on through and you keep the flow open, then the kindness of life and the unexpected abundance and blessings that are waiting for you can actually come into your life. Okay? So that is my invitation to you today. I am willing to be pleasantly surprised. I would love for people to come back tomorrow or even today throughout the day. Post your comments. Let me know what you're receiving. Tell me how it goes. Ask your questions and just have fun with it. All right. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you before I send you off on your day. Yes. Tomorrow, I will not be able to be here live, so I'm going to pre-record tomorrow's message. I'm going to pull another card for you, give you another message, and it will be here tomorrow morning, same bat time, same bat channel. All right? I hope you enjoyed this. I'm really excited to watch this unfold over the next coming months, meeting with you every day. Please share this with anybody else that you think would benefit. And again, if you can't make it to Facebook, but you want to make this a regular part of your day, I'll put the link into my YouTube channel because these are going to go up every single day. You can subscribe and still get your send off. All right, everyone, have a great day and be willing to be pleasantly surprised. Bye, everyone.